Good day, good day, good day, everyone. Good day. Yes, it is 12 p.m. We all know what time that is. It's time for English Grade 9 Home Language. Yes, I welcome you. Everyone is welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, do not mend the date on the slide. Remember that is because this is the test the assessment that you're writing yesterday. I hope it went well. I hope it went good. I hope everyone is okay today. You are all happy. You're all good. And let us see who is with us today. If you are there, please say hi in the chat. Let us see who is with us today. Let us see who is joining us. Okay, I see the names I see every day, as well as a few new ones. So thank you so much for joining us. You are at the right class. You are at the right place at the right time. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So how was the test? How was the assessment? How did you find it? How was the assessment yesterday? Okay, so I see in the chat they say it was just an assessment. That is a very interesting comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so in today's lesson, okay, this Kai is saying Kai did not finish. He says that the power went out and he came back this morning. Sorry, Kai. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's a bummer. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That really, yeah, you know. And we have Buck saying, what are you supposed to do by the dialogue? Okay. That is the question I was asking you on the assessment. Anyways, I will use today's lesson as well as tomorrow's lesson to go through the test, okay, to show you how you were supposed to answer the questions. All right. Yes. The marks are not out yet, so please do not ask about the marks, not masks, marks, ish, you know, this thing of wearing masks. Anyway, yes, okay, your marks are not out yet, so we will not be talking about them. So instead we'll be going through the test to see what it is that which you had to do. Yeah, how you had to answer the questions. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to black out for a moment so that I can open my web browser. Okay, so I'm opening up my web browser. Remember, what is the address? Is Africa in gigs.co.za. So we go to africatingigs.co.za. Okay, let me try again. www.africatingigs.co.za. Okay, please bear with me. I don't know why it is doing this now. Earlier on, it wasn't doing this. I don't know if maybe the internet connection is hungry or what, because 12 is usually lunchtime. Okay, so let me see. Let's see. Okay, I know it's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to work. Let me keep on trying. Let me keep on trying. Okay, so I said Africa Teen Gigs. Okay, there it is. Africa Teen Gigs. .co.za/STEM Digital School. Okay, there it is. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. All right. So here we are, Africa Teen Gigs .co.za. Okay, look at Facebook Messenger opening itself. Okay, so africateengigs.co.za/STEM Digital School. Okay, so another option was to just go to africateengigs.co.za. Okay, let's wait for it to load. Anyway, as it loads, I hope everyone is doing okay. I hope everyone is good. You know, it's Thursday, it's nearly a Friday. So yeah, you know how it is, you know how it is. Okay. Okay, so you're still waiting for it to load. Okay, I don't know what's happening now. Probably it's the hunger of I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. So yes, we are going to go through the questions as they were appearing from your yes. So after I think they still the ZE, and then we go to STEM Digital School. Okay, so there it is. We are still waiting for it to open. All right. So remember you were here yesterday for English, yeah? And then since this is grade 9, then we double click on grade 9. Then when we do that, it will open a new tab. Open a new tab, please. Okay, oh wait, before it opens a new tab, there's a drop-down menu with the subjects that which we are doing. So this is English home language. So we double click on English home language, and then it will open for us a new tab. Aha, so when it opens a new tab, that is where we find our assessment. Okay, so remember you will need to log in with your email address. You need to use your email address. Yes, so that being the case, I say sign in. Okay, there is my email address there. And in your case, yesterday you used your own email address, I know. Okay, there's my email address there. Then my password, let me hide it for security reasons. 0, okay, all right, okay, at least you'll know that my password starts with a 0. Okay, so now that I've entered my password, then I should be able to log in. I should be able to sign in, yes. So as we wait for it to sign in. Okay, let's see. I see we have other questions in the chat. Okay, let's see. So Bugs is saying, what are we writing today? I didn't check the timetable to see what is being written today, but didn't you get the timetable? I think, yeah, the timetable is out, which tells us what you are writing, when and where, okay? Yes. But anyway, since you are doing English, let's focus on English, and I can write for, yes, let us focus on English now, because this is English, right? So a question is, if you did not finish, can you start now? I'm afraid not. Remember, now we are doing corrective work, you know, so it will almost be like you are cheating to some extent, you know. So yeah, you really had to finish yesterday 10 p.m. or before the lesson today. Okay, and then they did say that if, okay, and they did suggest that if a learner has submitted after 10 p.m. last night, then chances are that after your assessment has been marked, you will lose 20% of your marks. That's, yeah, I mean, that's just hectic. Okay, so then please always keep to the deadline, always keep to the time, okay? Please. Because if you keep to the deadline, if you keep to the time, it makes things easier for everyone, okay? It makes things easy for you, and it also makes things easier also for us. Okay, so that is why we said that the deadline is 10 p.m. We knew that, you know, in that case, I mean, whatever what challenges you may experience, you should be safe. You should be able to bounce back and be able to do their assessment. Okay, so here it is. Remember, if you have a question today, please, I would really recommend that you raise your hand to ask a question. Okay, the thing of writing a question in the chat for this one is going to be difficult. Yes, going to be difficult. So please, if you have a question today about the test, about what you're doing, please raise your hand, and we have enough time for you to speak. All right, so please do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. Okay, so here is the test. Let us see if it's the one. Wait. Okay, this is grade 9. So there, it must have been a mistake. They said grade 8. Let's. Okay, all right. So here, that is where you put your email address. Okay, so yeah, for me, it really doesn't matter there. I can just write that. Okay, so now okay, the instruction is to answer all questions. Remember, like I've said yesterday, that, you know, and I do not, okay, let me type an email address there, a valid email address. Remember that I do not expect to see a blank space on any question. You know, I really did say that if you do not know what the answer is or you're not sure, please just try. Okay, there is nothing to lose if you try, but if you just leave the space blank, then you are losing marks. Okay, but then if you try, perhaps you are gonna get a few marks, you know, even if you were not really sure. So yes, even in your final exams or your other exams you will ever write, please do not leave a blank space. Okay, please do not leave a blank space. Just try. There is no harm in trying. There is no harm in trying, so please do try. Okay, so remember we had two sections. Section 1, which was creative work for 10 marks. Section 2, which was grammar for 15 marks. And if you do your maths, 10 plus 15 is 25. Okay, so this means that section 1, it comprises of 40% of the assessment. Section 2 is 60% of the assessment. So you realize that this is big, you know, this is big, this is really big. All right, so section number 1. So here, this is where you write a dialogue about the conversation you will have with a friend after the coronavirus has ended. Okay, yes, and remember here you say you can write your dialogue in a separate answer sheet, screenshot and upload one full page, show your planning, your content and your format. Okay, so yes, that is the instruction which was given to you for section 1. So tell me, what did you do for section 1? Is there anyone who's confident enough to tell us what they did for question 1? Is there anyone who's confident enough to tell us what they did in section 1? Please raise your hand and I will gladly give you a chance to speak. Please raise your hand so that you can speak to us. Today we are not writing, we are talking, so please, let's talk. Okay, thank you, Kai. Thank you. Let's hear what Kai has to say.
Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Yes, so what do you have to say to us?
So I typed the dialogue in Word on my laptop, then I highlighted it, and I dragged it into the test.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so did you do any planning or anything which was planning?
Yes, sir. PowerPoint I did in on my laptop, and I dragged it over, sir. And copy or
Okay.
paste.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So then you did all your planning while you were still busy with it on your laptop.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. So after you have copied and pasted it here, then the format of your dialogue was still intact.
Yes, sir. Everything. Nothing was missing.
Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you so much, Kai. Thank you so much. Is there anyone else who has something to say about section one? How did you do it? So the reason why I am asking this is because your assessments are not marked yet, okay? And I want to know how you did it so that I can know, because by the time I'm going to mark it, I will not be here, We will not be in the lesson, and then I will not be having like our like you will not be there. Therefore, if I have a question about how or why you wrote something the way you did, then no one is going to answer that question for me. And you know, and yeah, I really cannot really think for you or just try to understand why you did things the way you did. Okay, that is why we have this lesson today, so that I can know how you did all these questions, so that when I mark, I will know that okay, fine. This dialogue, it looks like the layout is not correct. Not because you do not know the layout or the correct format of a dialogue, but simply because when you're copying and pasting, something happened. Okay, so yes, that is why I am asking this, so that when I get to market, I will understand why it looks the way it does. Okay, yes. So please remember, you can raise your hands and speak to us how you did, so that I can know. I know what Kai did is not the same as what whoever else did. Okay, so because of that, I want to know how everyone did section one, so that when I mark it, I will know, I will be fair in my assessment, yes. So that, as for the format, chances are, so that I can avoid penalizing you for the format, because I will understand that, okay, the reason why the format is not the way it should be is because you copied and pasted. And when you were copying from your Microsoft Word to this assessment, something could have changed, something could have formatted, so that it does not look the way it needs to. Okay, so yes, so you can please raise your hand and tell us how you did it. Yes, Onkabezi.
Yes, sir.
How are you today? How are you today?
I'm good, and you, sir.
I'm good. I'm good. Yes. What do you have to say?
So I just typed it on the paper, question 1.1, and then I
Yes.
wrote my
Yes.
whole dialogue, edited
Yes.
it, and then copy and pasted it to question 1.2 after editing question 1.1.
Oh, so okay. So then, what did you do in 1.1?
I wrote it down physically, sir.
In 1.1.
Yes.
Okay. And then what
But
about
I
one?
did my planning on an extra piece of paper, like only the mind map. And then the whole dialogue, I only wrote it at question 1.1 and then edited it and then copy and pasted it at question 1.2 after editing question 1.1. So
Okay.
where
All
it
right. So
says your
what?
answer, I typed.
All right. Okay. Also, you typed here and also there.
I typed that question 1.1 only, and question 1.2, I copy and pasted question 1.1 there.
Okay, that's excellent, Nkabis. That's excellent. I mean, that is one thing that which we appreciate about technology, right? I mean, if you are writing this with your own hand, you're going to write it again the second time. But then with technology, with copy and paste, yes, we are thankful. We thank God for copy and paste, and the person who invented it. So yeah,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
thanks, Nkabisi. That really is a good way of of doing it. And I think the way you did it, the way you did it, it is a way to avoid losing marks for any of those things, because remember, 6 points go for planning, content, and format. Okay. And then other 4 points for the language you use, the style, as well as your editing. Okay. So yeah, that's good. I think you really have maximized your chances of getting the highest mark out of 10 for this one.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So anyone else? What did you do for section 1? Remember, please raise your hand. So please raise your hand. Raise your hand before we pass on to the next section. Are we all okay? Are we all okay with section 1? Are we all okay with section 1? Okay, they say silence means consent. Therefore, let us move on from section 1. Okay. Remember, when I ask you a question, please you reply. All right. So section 2, 2.1, it says identify the subject. Oh, okay. Before we move on, let's hear what Onkabetse has to say. Onkabetse, send this up.
No, sir, it's a mistake. Sorry, sir.
All right. Okay. Let's raise the hand. Okay, so for 2.1, identify the subject and the object in this sentence. Okay, this is the sentence there. He is the boy I was talking about. Okay, so here you can screenshot and upload your answer. I don't know, what did you do for this one? So what did you do for 2.1? Remember, please raise your hand. Tell us what you did for 2.1. Where is everyone? Seems like Onkabetse is the only one who raises a hand. Where is everyone? Okay, so Onkabetse, what did you do for 2.1?
So I just typed the answer because the answer was clear that the subject is he and the object was the boy.
Okay, also, all right, so then you, okay, please explain that again. You said what did you type? You just typed he? Okay, no, sorry.
I just typed subject is he and the object is the boy.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because they were talking about the boy, which makes the boy the object.
Okay. All right, so, okay. How many marks was this? So this was 2 marks. You get 1 mark for the correct subject and another mark for the correct object. Okay. Okay, so it seems like everyone has typed in the answer. Anyway, what do you think is the answer here? What is the subject? What is the object? You can type in the chat. Type subject, tell us what is the subject in 2.1 and what is the object in 2.1. I'll give you just 30 seconds to type that for us. Type for us what is the subject and also what is the object in this sentence. Okay, so let us see who got the 2 marks here. I think most of you only got 1. Let's see who got 2. All right. So, okay. I will not expose anyone. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It is not about what you wrote. Okay. It is about what you think at the moment. So, all right. Let us read this example. He is the boy I was talking about. Okay. So what is the subject and what is the object? Remember, the subject is the person who does something in a sentence. Okay. And the object, it is the person or a thing on which something is done. Okay, let me give this very simple example. I love you. Okay, I love you. So I is the subject. So I is the subject because I is the person who does something. I love you. So I is the subject because it is I who loves. Okay, so it is I who loves. Therefore, I is the subject. Okay, love is the verb, but I didn't ask about that in the sentence. Okay, yes. And then we have object. Object, it is the person or the object on which something is done. Okay, therefore, in my example, I love you, then you becomes the subject. Why? Because you are the object of my love. You are the one that I love. Okay, therefore, when I say I love you, then it means that I am the subject and you are the object. Okay, fine. Keep that in mind as you come to 2.1. He is the boy I was talking about. Okay, fine. Then when we come here, who is the subject? The subject here is I. Why? Why? The subject is I because it is I who was what? It is I who was talking. So it was I who was doing the action. It was I who was doing the action. It was I who was doing the action verb. So I is the subject. Okay, so I is the subject because I was talking. So what was I talking about? So I was talking about he. Okay, and who is he? He is the boy. Okay, so it means that for here, the subject is I, and the object you can either write he or you can either write boy, because he, it refers to the boy and boy refers to he. You see, yeah. So that was just me trying to play with you right there. Okay, so yes, I know, you know, so like here you can see that he is the boy. Okay, so you realize that he really refers to this boy. And since I'm talking about this boy, then this boy who is the he is the object. Okay, he is the object. All right, so I mean, you can imagine if I'm having a conversation with you right now and I tell you, he is the boy I was talking about. So you can see that the boy is the he or the object that which you're talking about. He is the topic of our conversation. Yes. Yeah, so that is what you had to do here. He or the boy is the object and I is the subject. Okay, yeah, I know that this really was a tricky question, I know, but it's okay, it's fine. That remember, we are here to learn. I'm not here to make you feel bad about any question that which you might have gotten wrong. It's okay, it's fine. We are passing now, we are growing. Yes, we are passing, we are growing, we are learning from our mistakes, and that's what it means to be human, and that's what it means to be a learner. Okay, remember, we are not here because we know everything, but we are here to learn. And even myself as your teacher, I know that I can learn from you. You know, every time we have our lessons, I really do look forward to learning something from you. Okay, so yes. So anyway, that is what you had to write for 2.1. Okay, so anyway, do not feel bad about it. Do not feel bad about it. Do not feel bad about it. Yes, I know that even if maybe you didn't get 2 marks, I know 1 mark out of that 2 marks you have got it. I know. I trust in you that much. I know you are excellent. Okay, is everyone okay with 2.1? Is there any question about 2.1? I know it was a tricky question. 2.1 was a tricky question about something very easy. Therefore, if there is any question, it's understandable and I welcome such a question. All right, seems like everyone is okay with 2.1. Let's move on to 2.2. So 2.2, write a sentence to use each pair of homonyms in the same sentence to clearly illustrate their meaning. Okay, so question 2.2, it really assesses your understanding of homonyms. Not only that, it also assesses your comprehension. Remember, I did say that although there will not be any question about comprehension or reading comprehension, but you realize that most of these questions, the way they are put together, they also do test your comprehension. Okay, so if you didn't understand the questions, so then you realize that if you do not understand the question, then it will be difficult for you to get it right or to answer it very well. Okay, fine. So what did you do for 2.2? Let's start with 2.2.1. So anyone who can tell us what they did, please remember, raise your hands, raise your hand and speak to us, you know. Because okay, here is how you had to answer this question. Okay, first of all, the question says write a sentence to use each pair of homonyms in the same sentence to clearly illustrate the meaning. So from here, before you answer it, you had to know what the homonym is. Okay, remember we said homonyms are the words which are spelled the same, they are written the same, they are pronounced the same, but they have different meanings. So you can see rows and rows. Not only that, you also need to know what do they mean. What does rows mean? What does the other rows mean? Once you know that, then you can be able to write about them in the same sentence so that you can show us that you really do understand. Okay, and then remember what we said here. The question, it says you are only expected to write one sentence about each pair of homonyms. Okay, so for 2.2.1, one sentence which has this rows and that rows. Okay, so what did you do? Okay, so yes, that is what you had to do for 2.2. I see some of you have answered me in the chat. Yes, Onkawete says he gave me a rose while kneeling when he proposed. After I agreed, he rose from the floor. All right. Then you have Tando saying, my grandma has a bush of red roses. The sun rose at 6 when I wasn't sleeping. Okay. So yes, Tando, you are correct, but then you had to write them as one sentence. Okay, so here you had to write one sentence, no matter how long it is. As long as it is one sentence, we choose these. Okay, because here, okay, I know that you know that one rose is about a flower, that flower with thorns, and the other rose is the past tense for rise. Now I know that you can use rose on its own sentence separately, and I also know that you can also use the other rows on a sentence separately. But in this test, since then, okay, so since then, this is an assessment. Here then we are trying to like dig deep from you. You know, we are really trying to get you to dig deep from what you know. Okay, we are trying to get you to dig deep from what you know. Said, okay, for this one, then use these homonyms in the same sentence to illustrate their meaning. Okay, why? Because this is something popular. Okay, you remember in one of our lessons about homonyms, I did say that comedians, they love to use homonyms to create puns, and they love to use homonyms in their jokes. Okay, so chances are, if you're not able to appreciate homonyms, then chances are that you will be watching comedy with your friends, everyone will be laughing except you, and they will think that you're a party pooper. The next time they go to a comedy or they watch a comedy, they will not invite you because they feel like you do not have a funny bone. They feel like you do not have sense of humor. They feel like you really cannot appreciate funny things being said. Okay, so that is the reason why I have asked you to use them in the same sentence, so that you can dig deep. So that, I mean, by doing this, we are really preparing you for real life. Okay, because in real life, I mean, we are going to be, people will be talking to you using these homonyms in the same sentence, and you should really be at a place where you are able to understand what they're trying to say. Okay, then 2.2.1, will and will, it is the same. So one will, it talks about the testament, or that document where a person talks about their assets and who will inherit what from what they have, their money, their possessions, and all that. Okay, then the other will, it talks, it is an auxiliary verb which demonstrates to us something which will be done in the future. Okay, all right. So my girlfriend's dad rose from the dead after I gave his daughter Rose. That's very scary. I will eventually have to go and write a will because I'm getting old. Yes, that is true. Something like that. Okay, so that was 2.2. I hope everyone is happy with it. Let's go to 2.3. So 2.3 really is the same thing, but this time around is homophones. Okay, so remember, like I said, that before you answer the question, first of all, you need to understand what the question requires of you. Write a sentence to use each pair of homophones in the same sentence to clearly illustrate their meaning. So we have C and C. So first of all, before you answer, you have to understand what homophones are. Remember, homophones are those words which sound the same. Yes, homophones are those words which sound the same because, yes, they sound the same, but they sound the same when they are pronounced, but they are written with different spellings and they have different meanings. Once you understand that, then you are ready to answer. Then also you need to know what this C is and also what that C is. Once you know that, then you can answer. You know that this C has to do with a body of water, and this C has to do with to see or to look, to watch. Yes. So once you understand that, then you can write. Okay, Unkaweti says, I went to Cape Town to see the sea. That's better. Kai says, I went to the beach to see the sea. Bug said, I see the sea, but I never go swim, all right? Onkawezi again says, I thought that, okay, no. All right, so now the same also with flour. You know, this first flour is the raw ingredient that is used for baking. And this other flour, it is a flour. Okay, then, okay, Onkawezi says, I thought that flour comes from flowers. Yes, so yeah, that is what you had to do. So anyway, let us go to the last question. Okay, I think we will continue tomorrow. This will really, we are only left with 2 minutes, so it will not be enough. So we will finish with that tomorrow. So is there any question with what we have done so far? Any question, any question, any question? Any question with what we have done so far? Okay, so it seems like there is no question. So tomorrow then we will continue with the rest of the questions which are left. Okay, so tomorrow then we will deal with the rest of the questions. I hope everyone is okay with everything else. So okay, about your marks. I keep on saying masks. Sorry, I keep on saying masks, you know, the lockdown. Okay, so about the marks, you can get them, if not tomorrow, then Friday. Yeah, so that is what we will be doing. So yeah, anyway, we will continue tomorrow. It is Friday. It's going to be a great one. And thank you so much for joining us today. You have been an awesome class as always. Thank you so much. I really wish you all the best with the assessment. I hope it went well for you. I also wish you the best with all the other assessments that which you are still going to write. Thank you so much for making this class so amazing as it is. You are amazing learners. I love you so much. And remember to stay home, stay safe. If you're going anywhere, please remember to wear your mask and remember social distancing. Remember to wash your hands also with soap and water, or use a hand sanitizer. Then from all of us here at STEM Digital School, we love you. We say goodbye and take care. Let us meet again tomorrow on my birthday, same time, same place, so that we can continue with the test and right our wrongs. Okay. Yes. So thank you so much for joining us. Let's meet again tomorrow. Goodbye. Take care. Bye-bye.